Next thing we're going to do is talk about the ways in which you can use WordPress. And this is more of a high-level conversation rather than sort of a how-to. WordPress started off way back when as a blogging platform, right? And it was only useful to people who wanted to create a blog. And a blog is, can be anything, right? Start off sort of people's own perspectives on, things that happened around them or things that they saw or technology or something like that. It's now blossomed in all kinds of stuff. But it was originally designed as a blogging platform, and at the time, it could really only be used for blogging. Right? You couldn't use it for anything else. It was entirely useless for any other kind of website. And this is an example of a blog of a Sandy is a longtime member of BYOB website. She's a web designer, and she has this Live Simply Rural blog. And on it, she posts all of these posts, right? So she's got her baked beet chips, not fried, zucchini soup and sausage. I know she's got more than just recipes. She's also got sort of miscellaneous. Actually, I guess most of it is. This is making me. I'm having late lunch here today, and that egg salad looks good. Anyway, this is Sandy's blog. And on Sandy's blog, you can find all of her blog posts, and these are by and large recipes then, right? So you can use a blog for anything. It doesn't have to be just, what people used to traditionally think about as blogs. And my wife loves blogs. She reads gardening blogs and exercise blogs and nutrition blogs and cooking blogs, and the whole concept of blogging has really exploded because of WordPress, because now all of a sudden you can do all kinds of things with blogs that people didn't really imagine once upon a time. But that's one way to use WordPress, to use it like a blog. And when you use it like a blog, and that's how WordPress comes sort of pre-installed. When you install WordPress, it sets itself up like a blog. And so the very first page you see is your blog page, and it displays all of your blog posts on your blog page. All right, that's how it comes by default. The way that I most often teach it, and the way that most small business owners use it, is not as a blog at all. In fact, you ignore the whole blog aspect of it, and you just use it to create a static website. Now, an example of that is another BYOB website member, Dindron LMC. Okay, this guy, he's a consultant, irrigation water consultant in the San Francisco area. He uses it for his clients to be able to log in and get their irrigation reports and stuff like that, and then he uses it for advertising his business, essentially. This is, it's a series of pages that talk about the different things he provides, the different services he can provide, and something about issues related to irrigation and drought control and that kind of stuff in a state that is very short on water. And it's got an about page and contact and all the rest of that kind of stuff. There's no blog component to this whatsoever, right? This is simply a simple, standard, small business website built on WordPress without using any of the blogging capabilities of it whatsoever. Okay. There's a third kind of site that incorporates both of them. And this is a site of a BYOB website member, Pete Bennett. This is his company, London Translations, and they provide translators and interpreters and interpreting service and translation service around Europe, primarily around Europe, but also provide it to European clients in Asia and stuff like that. And this is, again, another WordPress website. And in this case, he's got pages that advertise his services, right? And he has testimonials on his site. So different customers have told them what they think about his service, and he posts his testimonials there. He has opt-ins so that if you want to learn something about, having translations done easily, you can opt into his site or opt into his email list and get this document. He also uses a blog, although he doesn't call it a blog. He calls it a media hub. And the media hub is essentially his blog posts page. But in this, he has his blog posts, right? And so on the blog posts page, he's showing one main blog post, and then he's showing a bunch of other blog posts. And if you go look at one of his blog posts, this is actually a video blog post. It's got some of the text below it, and then it's got some related posts below that. Anyway, this is a very business way to use blog posts. Rianne asks, is there any way to completely turn the blog off and everything associated with it? Well, not so much turn it off, but you can certainly ignore it and not use it. As you saw on Richard's site, it's not turned off. You just can't find it. Right? There's no way for you to get to it. It doesn't show up in search engine tests, but the underlying blog functionality is still fundamental to WordPress. So you can't turn it off, but you can choose not to use it. And this is a little bit deceiving because this looks like a bunch of pages and a bunch of posts. This is actually a very complex, what we call content management site, because he uses more than just WordPress posts and WordPress pages. He has created custom post types, and he uses custom post types for a lot of things. For example, his FAQs. Those are all actually custom post types. They're not posts. They don't show up on his blog. They're not pages, and they have little archive pages that will show you all of the FAQs that are under basics, or all of the FAQs period, or all of the FAQs under quotes and orders and that kind of stuff. So this is actually a fairly complex content management system that's built on top of WordPress. If we go to let's just go to a translation page for a moment and look at his budget business translations. When you do that, you can see that he has testimonials here, list of testimonials of his recent testimonials. And these are recent testimonials of translation clients, not interpreting clients, but translation clients. Right? If we go over to interpreting and do the same thing, now he has a list of recent testimonials of his interpreting clients. And so he's using another custom post type called testimonials in order for him to sort or display related testimonials. And he does that also for languages. So for example, if you want to look at, testimonials for a French language. So here he's got French language client testimonials, and if we go to European languages, he's got a list of all of his European languages, and if you go to his Spanish clients, then you can see Spanish language client testimonials, right? This is using the full content management system ability of WordPress. So WordPress can be as simple as a blog. It can be a standard sort of standalone WordPress site. A standard no blog site, and it can be a hybrid site that has both blog and other types of content. And because of WordPress's blogging capability, it can do all kinds of crazy stuff like this, right? This may not be obvious to you either, but in fact, BYOB website is also a complex CMS, and we have posts and pages, and we have courses which are different than posts and pages. We have seminars which are different than that. We have case studies. If you go to our seminars are aggregated and organized by their seminar category, and you can click on, say, the thesis theme 2 seminars, and find lists of all those seminars. And if you go to one of those seminars, and there are lists of all the lessons inside that seminar. This is all possible because WordPress can be used as a complex CMS. I'll show you one other example. JackieJacobson.com. This is a case where Jackie is using WordPress as a combined or sort of a hybrid, but she's also added on an e-commerce aspect to it. Jacobson. Oh gosh, I'm just going to type this properly one of these days. It must be EN. Jacob SEN. Crazy. Okay. JACKIE JACOBSON.com. Oh, there it is. Okay. So Jackie's an artist. She's also a member of BYOB website. She developed this site and she developed her e-commerce aspect of this, here. If you click on these kinds of things, you're going to see, different products that she has for sale, like drink coasters, and, you can add her products to the cart and all the rest of that kind of stuff. These are all made off of paintings that she has done, and you can see it's just beautiful work that she does. So she does have a blog, and so on her blog she shows all kinds of stuff that she works on, or things that she's painting and that kind of stuff. I think she's even got a video blog that she's added to it also. Yeah, okay. She's got a list of her videos that she has here, but she's got all kinds of stuff. So anyway, this is a site that is a combined blog and business website, or she uses her blog in a business capacity.